welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please feel free to subscribe down below, and if you are a returning subscriber, then welcome back. I'm so happy to have all of you here. I just wanted to kind of let you know that I'm going to be doing a complete rebranding coming up soon here when I get my new camera. I'm still going to be talking about vegan stuff, of course, but I'm taking my channel in a different direction. I want to reach more people, and as I've grown with my own personal veganism, it's become less of a factor of who I am, if that makes sense. I'm not any less vegan than I was before, but it's just something that I don't want to focus on all the time. Yeah. But the feel of my channel will still be the same. It'll just be a little bit more professional, is kind of what I'm getting at. So yeah, anyway. Hi! Today I wanted to make a banana bread. I was actually going to make it anyway, and then I was like, well, why not film it on a camera? So I've got some tea. It is some delicious, but what is it called? Blueberry pineapple Kona Pop or something from Tivana, and it's got half of a lemon in here, the juice, and the entire lemon is in here too. And then some apple cider vinegar, and it's extremely hot. It's very hot, but it's good. So what I'm going to do first is I've got two bananas here, two very ripe bananas that I'm just going to mash up. And I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys while I make this. It's not really going to be like a recipe video. Obviously, you can't even see what I'm doing, but right now, at least for this minute, because I'm on the counter mashing bananas. But I just kind of wanted to talk to you a little bit. Just kind of let you know what's been on my mind. I am going to start making bath bombs and selling bath bombs because I love making bath bombs. I think it's super, super fun, and I love using bath bombs because what girl doesn't? So, sorry, I just saw something. Never mind. Yeah, and so I'm going to start selling those. And I'm super excited about that. I've got 10 different scents that I'm going to be using, therapeutic grade essential oils, and yeah, it's gonna be bomb. And I'm super duper thrilled to start that. All of my supplies are coming in the mail tomorrow, and I'm gonna start that. It'll be nice just for some extra money. Hopefully I can make a lot of extra money doing it, but if I can't, you know, that's fine. Like, it's still a lot of fun, but I hope that it goes well. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that I am as successful as possible with what I'm trying to do. So, anyway, here is my mashed banana. It looks nice and nasty. I'm just going to add this to a big bowl right here. What the heck is that? There's like flour dust from the last thing that I mixed in there. I guess I didn't put it in the dishwasher. You know those things where it's like they're not dirty enough to put in the dishwasher, but at the same time they're not like clean enough to like put it back away? I don't know. I threw up on, this is so like awful, but I threw up on one of my boyfriend's sweaters, and then while I was super, super drunk, I guess, I hung it back up, and I didn't realize it, and then we went to his parents' house, and I was just like, hey, what's on your sweater? And he was like, I don't know, and I was like, it looks like puke. And he was like, oh my god, this is the one you were wearing, that's so gross. So, anyway, back to cooking. So I've got two mashed bananas, and then what I'm going to do is mix in a third cup plus 2 tablespoons of unsweetened applesauce. This is going to replace the honey and the egg that would normally be in there in an applesauce, because I like to cook with oil now. I never used to before, but I like to cook with oil now, but I don't like to make it in things. I just think it's a little bit too much. Then I've got half a cup of maple syrup that I'm going to put in there as well. That replaces all of the refined sugars. It's dang good too. Also at this point, I'm going to add some imitation vanilla flavor. You can add like parts of vanilla beans, or like, you know, vanilla beans or vanilla paste, really whatever you want, I don't care. But that was the cheapest, and so that's what I have in my house. And then you just mix it up till it looks like baby diarrhea. Can you see it? No, you can't. That sucks. Oh well. It looks gross. You don't even want to see it. But if it looks gross, you know you're doing it right. So then what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of almond milk. I get the unsweetened kind when, did I look good from the side there? Not really. So I get the unsweetened kind from the store when I'm going to be doing baking, because I really don't feel like there's any need to add extra sweetener, and the only thing I use unsweetened for is baking or cooking anyway. So I just got the Great Value brand. I'm sure it doesn't taste good, but I don't really need it to taste good. It just goes in the recipe, if you know what I'm saying. So then here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to add cinnamon. Add cinnamon to taste. I don't care how much you add. I'm not your mom. That looks good. And then you're going to add baking soda. It's about a teaspoon of baking soda. I never measure. I always add way too much, but it's never hurt. And then I'm going to add some whole wheat flour. It is 1 3/4 cup of whole wheat flour. You can use white whole wheat flour. You don't even have to use whole wheat flour. See if I care. Try it with gluten-free flour. It doesn't matter to me. Yeah, I'm using whole wheat flour just because I feel like if I'm baking banana bread muffins, why not just make it extra healthy? I've made these several times before. They're delicious. You can add cranberries, raisins, nuts, chocolate chips, blueberries, whatever your beautiful heart desires. Before I go any further, I'm going to add 2 more things. You don't want to overmix this, so it's not quite all mixed in yet. And I'm going to take that opportunity to add, ooh, this stuff is so messy. It's called carob powder. Oh no. Aw, I won't add that because I'm making this batch for my boyfriend and myself, and he does not want chocolatey cupcakes. Well, actually, he probably does. He'll be like, why didn't you add the chocolate? But anyway, so I added a crap ton of this PB Fit powder. It's like peanut butter, but it's without the oil. So it's just peanuts and palm sugar and salt. But anyway, it's high in protein and lower in fat than regular peanut butter. And so I'm just going to mix that in there. If it gets a little bit too dry looking, like more of a dough instead of a batter, then you can feel free to add just a little bit more almond milk, but not too much. You don't want it to be too runny. And sometimes that PB Fit really dries out a mix. All right, again, ooh. You don't want to overmix it. That's so good. Okay, so then it looks like this. Can you even see it? No. And so then I'm just going to add some walnuts that I just chopped up. I say chopped, I crushed them. I put them in this bag and crushed them with a candle. Okay. Lies. There we go. There are not going to be enough nuts in here for my taste, but that's alright. That's all I had. Okay. Perfect. Yes. Alright, now I'm just going to set it aside. I feel like the longer you set it aside, the fluffier it gets. And then I'm going to reach up in here and grab... Ah! Stuff's falling apart everywhere! So stupid and weird. I'm going to grab these mini cupcake liners because these are going to be mini muffins. They're going to be smaller than regular muffins. I like those better because I can just like pop them in my mouth and not feel guilty. I added up all of the calories per muffin, and if you do one of the mini muffins, they're only 40 calories. So it works out pretty darn nicely. I've got my nifty mini muffin pan. I think this holds 24 mini muffins. So I'm just going to add the cupcake liners to them right now while the dough just kind of sits and fluffifies. We saw Moana the other day, and it's really good. I don't think it lives up to the hype that they were kind of saying that it would have. I mean, they were saying that it was the best Disney movie since Frozen, and that Frozen was the best since The Lion King. But I just don't know. I really liked it. I thought the animation was, beautiful. As always, Disney they kill it. So I thought the animation was gorgeous, and it made me really want to go to Hawaii. But the only place, I mean, the storyline was good too. But the only place where I felt, okay, there were two parts that I felt, it fell short, were the soundtrack. I thought the soundtrack sucked. And all I've been hearing is how good the soundtrack was and how all the songs were just so beautiful. But did I say soundtracked? I think that's what I said. But anyway. How beautiful it was, but really, in my opinion, the one song that The Rock had sucked, and not because he can't sing, but it just sucked. And then the other songs were just the same song repeated over and over. It would be like if Frozen was just Let It Go, just like reprised a bunch of different ways. Like, I don't know, I was really disappointed by the music. And the other thing is, I felt this way with Frozen as well. So I've got all the liners in. I'm just going to start scooping in spoonfuls of batter. But I thought that Frozen screwed up on this too when they... How do I explain this? There were just plot holes that were never really fully explained. And it's like they thought, oh, kids are too stupid to wonder why this is, or like, we don't have time to explain this, so let's just leave this huge gaping plot hole. Like, for example, in Frozen, why did Elsa have the powers in the first place, and why are there trolls? Are there just always trolls in life? Like, is that just a thing that... Because nobody really said it was weird. And then how did the trolls and the king and queen have this relationship? Like, how did they know where the trolls were? Like, I just, that was confusing. And in Moana, I think the same thing. Like, why did the ocean choose her? How was the ocean even I don't know. It's just, I didn't like that it kind of left those out, just kind of thinking like, oh, the kids won't question it. The kids won't know. Because it's like, I'm not a kid and I care. So... That's that. Oh boy. Yeah, I've really been itching to get a new camera and start filming some better quality videos for you guys. Been really thinking about it all day, every day. So I'm gonna do that as soon as possible. But until then, follow me on Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat. It's all at Brooke, please. Brooke spelled with 3 O's. So it's more like Brooke, please. What else do I have to say? Anything really? I mean, I guess not. I have not been working lately, which has been driving me also crazy because I need to work. The girl needs to pay bills, but I've been waiting on working for a driving app. I don't know if that's too much information to say. Probably not. But I have everything all set up to work for this driving app. Like, you know, the ones that like pick you up and bring you places. And it takes forever to get approved. I had no idea it took forever to get approved. And so I was thinking, ooh, I'll sign up and then I can start driving the next day. That's not how it worked, and I wish that I had known that, because I wouldn't have like slacked so much when it came to signing up. So I've just been waiting and waiting and waiting to get approved for the driving app, and then I can start doing that. But I'm also going to start making the bath bombs. I'm going to start those tomorrow. Okay, so here's what they look like. They're so pretty. I don't care how full you fill them, but if you want them really heaping full, then fill them fuller. And if you want them to be really, really tiny, you do you, boo-boo. You do you. All right. So those are just going to be plain muffins. And then the next batch that's going in is going to have some chocolate chips on top. Those are just for my boyfriend. They're not dairy-free chocolate chips. They're just the ones that I happen to have on hand. And so those are going to go on top of his muffins. But otherwise, we're trying to keep it pretty healthy because, because we're both on a diet. We've been on a diet. I mean, not so much a diet. I hate that word because it makes it seem like, oh yeah, I'm on a diet and I just want to lose weight for like bikini season, because that's not what's going on. Yeah, we're both just really chubby right now and I've been chubby. So it's weird how like once you start working at the gym, like when I started working at the gym, I went from wanting to work out all the time and wanting to be there all the time and being there for like 4 hours at a time to not wanting to go ever. And I don't know why that happened. It just kind of happened. Yeah, it's like once it's your job, you're like, I don't want to do that. I've also been thinking about becoming a certified nutritionist, but I want to wait until I get into the best shape of my whole life, and then once I do that, I feel like I will be more, I have like a hair somewhere on me, I feel like I'll be more credible, so I want to wait until I do that, because I feel like I have a really good knowledge of basic nutrition as it is. So if I actually become a certified nutritionist, maybe I can do something with that as well. I've just got so many ideas, so many things. Like I want to work for myself. I want to make my own income doing something I want, being my own boss. And I don't want to do, I did Mary Kay, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do other jobs like that, because even though you set your own hours and you can work as much or as little as you want, you're still working for somebody. And I don't want to work for anybody. Like you don't have a boss when you do direct sales jobs like that, or network marketing. Like you don't have a boss necessarily, but I don't know. All the money isn't yours. Like all the money that you make isn't yours. When I sell those bath bombs, all the money that I make is going to be my money. I don't have to give a portion of it to the company or, you know, things like that. And not that there's anything wrong with direct sales or anything like that, but for me personally, I've just kind of been there, done that, and I don't want to do it again. I want to just make all the money for myself so I can be able to travel and so I can be able to pay my bills, obviously, and hopefully get a dog sometime in the future. That would be super duper nice, but we will see. I also got this journal from Barnes & Noble. It was super duper on sale. I'm also a member, so I got it even extra on sale. And it's a 2-year journal, and it has a date, or every date for 2 years, and for every day it has 5 questions. And if I recall correctly what they are, it's what was I grateful for today? What challenged me today? How did I overcome that challenge? What did I savor today? And what did I do today? And then it's a tiny little column that you fill in the answer to those questions. And it's nice because I've only done it for 2 days, but it's something that you can do every single day without excuse. It gets to the point, how did I feel today? And what did I do? And that kind of thing. It just gets to the point of what you're going to want to look back on 2 years in the future, but without the commitment of saying, okay, I'm going to write in this diary every single night and write 5 pages on what happened today and how I felt. It just gets it done, straight, point blank, and I love that. It's going to be nice. Because I have diaries, I've kept diaries in the past, but the problem with diaries is that I have so much to say, and I'm, as you can tell from watching my videos, I'm always so discombobulated and my mind is so jumbled that when I try to sit down and write an entry in a diary, I end up writing so much, and so then every night I'm just like, I don't want to have to write that much tonight, I don't want to have to do that, because I can't just get straight to the point. But with this journal, it really doesn't give you much of a choice because you don't have room to blabber on like a Brooke. So anyway, I think that that's all I'm going to show you today because these end up taking about 16 minutes in the oven. And you'll know once they're done when you can stick a toothpick in them and they come out beautiful. Like beautifully clean. And what I'm going to do with these chocolate chips, I'm not going to mix them in. I'm just going to put 4 little chocolate chips on top of each muffin and put them in the oven that way. I've also done that with cranberries, dried cranberries, and it's tasted very good. I thought about briefly adding some fresh blueberries to this mix today, but then I decided not to because fresh fruit is just so expensive and I would rather eat it fresh like I got it, like I paid for it, than mix it in with other things. But that's that. So I hope that you kind of enjoyed this just blabbery talking video. It's almost like a mukbang but without the eating. I drank a little bit of tea, not much though. But anyway, yeah, there will be a complete rebranding of this channel. It's going to be more professional. I'm going to film in front of a backdrop. I'm going to have lighting and a nice camera and be doing videos that I'm proud of. And I haven't been proud of a video that I've made in a very long time. And the videos that I have been proud of, I've looked back on and been like, that video sucked. Like, I want to make content that I'm proud of and content that I would want to watch. And unless I was one of my favorite YouTubers, I would not want to watch me right now. So I appreciate you watching me and you paying attention and caring about what's going on in my life. I got several messages kind of saying, you know, just expressing concern for me moving into a new home and for moving in with my boyfriend so quickly and all that stuff, and that was expected, and I appreciate your concern. And I'm not gonna lie and say that I have everything figured out, because I don't have everything figured out. I'm just kind of winging it as much as you think I am. Like, if you look at me and you're like, she's totally just winging it, she has no idea what she's doing in her life, you so right, girl, you so right. Because I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just doing what feels right to me and what feels right in my heart. And I hope that you are doing the same, because it is a new year. I am a firm believer that you can be a new person at any point. You can wake up tomorrow and be a new you. You don't have to wait for a new year to be a new you. And I don't think that it's cliche. I said this last year too. I don't think that it's cliche to be like, new year, new me, because you can reinvent yourself and you can be a new you whenever the hell you want to. And that's what I hope for all of you, that you reinvent yourself every single day, every day that you want to, every minute. That in 10 minutes from now, you can be like, you know what? I'm not going to be a bitch anymore. Or you can say, you know what? I'm going to start painting tomorrow. You can do that. There is no rule against that. It's life. You can reinvent yourself every day. And that's what I have done this past several months, and that's what I'm going to continue to do for the rest of this year. And I'm just going to follow what makes me happy. I suggest you do the same. Thank you so much for being my friend on the internet today and for sticking around through this horrible quality content that I've been putting out. I've been doing the best that I can, and I really, really appreciate you sticking around for it. I think that's all I have to say. These muffins are super, super good. I'll kind of read you. I made a whole breakdown. If you make them in a regular muffin size, it is 86 calories, 18 carbs, 0.48 grams of fat, and 3.1 grams of protein. In the small mini muffins, it is 43 calories a muffin, 9 grams of carbs, 0.24, just a minuscule amount, grams of fat, 1.55 grams of protein. So this recipe is going to make about 20 big muffins or 40 small ones, and I hope that you enjoy them. If you make them, please let me know. Again, follow me on all my social medias, and until next time, stay healthy, stay happy, and stay full. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!